drinking to block out the pain from being beaten up.
Yeah.
And I realised at 19 that that was the only way that I was going to,
So
cope with that.
were you drunk, Gemma, when you attacked your partner?
I was with an alcoholic. We were both alcoholics. And two alcoholics
but
together isn't.
were you intoxicated when you?
I was under the influence, and he was also giving me drugs.
But are you saying that he was sober when?
He wasn't sober. I wasn't sober. We were just both having, yeah.
Okay. Were you arrested on the day it happened?
On the day that it happened, yes.
Yeah.
And then I was bailed because I was bailed again, so therefore I was out of the area.
How did they discover that it had happened? The crime, like you attacking this?
Because when I came out, because it happened in the flat, right? He was beating me up. I was, sticking up for myself, and then it came to a point where I was like outside, and then that's where as soon as I got out of the flat, I had the bottle in my hand, and the CCTV camera caught me.
No, I get it. It's very brave of you. It's very brave of you to share all this.
I was trying to protect my property, and my neighbour next door heard a woman screaming and being strangled like this, and he came in and he barged through my door and he said, "Gemma, are you okay? Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." Because he was like a bouncer of a nightclub, but it was his evening off. And he said, "Do you want me to help you?" I said, No, I'm fine. I said, "Just go to sleep, it's fine, try not to cause a disturbance."
Who helps you, Gemma, with, it obviously sounds like you've been through shit, right?
I've been through a hell of a lot of shit, Fat Freak.
Yeah,
from a young age as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, whether or not you caused some of it, or whether you call it, I haven't lived your life, do you know what I mean? But who helps you with this stuff now?
Nobody helps me. My family are all up north, so I'm the only one that's in the south, so therefore I've only got myself.
What about your probation? Do they not help? Are you opened up to your probation about your
I have opened up to them. They have put me in touch with alcohol groups and stuff, but therefore they don't really help that much, if you know what I mean. It's just it does. It doesn't really help.
No,
but it's for them to tick a box to say that they're trying to help. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. Gemma, I mean, I don't spend my life hitting people. Do you know what I mean?
And you know what? I am sorry for saying what I said. And
to be fair, it doesn't. I'm annoyed that I can't change you. You're a fully grown woman. I'm annoyed that you can be racist. I'm annoyed that you can say things that I think are abhorrent. However, when it comes to what you've said about me, or the fact that you changed from liking me to not liking me, or whatever. To be fair, Gemma, that doesn't really fucking matter to me. You can hate me tomorrow, as far as I'm concerned.
No, you're all right, Fax. You're all right.
No, but I know, but it won't affect me. It won't upset me. Don't worry yourself over anything like that. Absolutely not. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely not. It doesn't bother me at all. But you've got to understand that obviously I don't know you from Adam. You're somebody who has just, who's focused me on the social media platform through Princess Flu and all sorts of stuff like that. We're never going to be besties. We're never going to be fucking
No, exactly. I know that.
But I don't have any bad will towards you, Gemma, and you know what I mean? If anything, it's great that you've been so honest. I've asked some really hard questions, and you're saying, I think you're being honest. I don't smell it.
I genuinely am being honest. Do you know what I mean? I've been through a hell of a lot. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I'm struggling now, even with my drinking, and I don't mind admitting it to you, Fat Freak. I do struggle. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
I get it. I think the probation service are failing you, if I'm honest with you. If you are not being given help, if you are not being
They're
referred to
giving
any
me talking therapies, but the thing is, the talking therapies is me doing the talking and then them just like writing it down and then
You want
saying, "I'll see you
feedback?
next
You
week."
want, you want feedback. Yeah.
Yeah, I need some sort of way of understanding how to cope. Do you know
Have
what I
you
mean? How
told
to?
them that though? Or
It's
is it,
like
or you
no,
just,
I've explained it to them, but I'm like opening a box. But you've got to open the box, right, of your past to get
yeah.
over things. That's what they're saying. So therefore, they're just ticking a box. They don't, care
Maybe
about the end result. I'm
like
opening a box, but then I'm left with, the emotional bit. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I get that. I mean, I've got friends who have mental health issues, and obviously when they have to go for counselling and stuff like that, it's like ripping the band-aid off again. It's
It
horrible,
is.
you know.
It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. And you're not being told any way of coping with it. It's like, okay, right, you've opened up. Thank you.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I'm trying to think, like, is there something in your, I know it sounds really like,
Well, like my parents are saying, like my parents say to me, they said, "Oh, well, you should be over it by now. That was years ago." Like, that's going to help me. Do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
well, that isn't going to help, but is there something that you do in your life that you really enjoy, Gemma?
I go for walks.
Okay.
Yeah, do scenic
What about,
walks, do, breathing
yeah, you
exercises
don't have to
because
stay away.
every time that I go out now, I'm worried that someone's going to jump me or something. Do you know what I mean? Something bad's going to happen.
But yeah,
Like my
for the
anxiety is
anxiety.
constantly
Yeah,
on high
but I mean,
alert.
to be fair, Gemma, have you ever thought about maybe reaching out to like groups where they meet up and walk and stuff like that? You might be able to make some friends, socialize a little bit more with people, and you know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
I find it hard to trust people, so therefore I'm like always constantly
Well,
like thinking,
think about it like you don't have to fucking trust them. You don't have to be buddies or best friends. It's just somebody you can have a conversation with while you're going for a walk. If that
yeah,
person isn't there the next week or the next month, so what? There'll be somebody else in the group that you can talk to. And it'd probably be better for you than just doing some of what you do now, going around and
I
sort of like
know.
cycle. At least you'd have
Mm.
somebody to just chat to. Like I say, maybe it'll develop into a friendship, who knows? But just something more than what you seem to be doing, do you know what I mean? Because you
Yeah,
alienate yourself. You're being, I would imagine that when this lady spoke to you, who was in a relationship with the ex-partner and told you that you were right and everything like that, do you know what I mean? I'd imagine that
yeah.
that was very triggering for you. Is it a coincidence
That
that
was triggering for
recently?
me as well, and I did try and explain to her when she got in the relationship with him that's what he's about, and he does
Yeah,
that, and then he moves on to the next woman, and does the same thing and moves because he's no fixed abode. So therefore, what he does is he goes from one woman to the next woman.
yeah. And and the thing is, though, like I can understand that. I don't think in my mind that it's a coincidence, Gemma, that you've drank done some shit you regret, and it isn't long after speaking to that lady. Do you know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah, exactly.
and you've already said to me in this conversation, it's a trauma response. Like fucking, we'll forget about the trauma, we'll get pissed. You'll do something or
Yeah,
say something you regret. Um,
yeah,
like I don't know, literally try and just reach out to like walking groups. You enjoy the walking, anything like that. Go and do that shit. Try and get involved in stuff like that. And don't worry what fucking people think of you on social media, because at the end of the day, fuck them. You don't know.
although
You
the
don't
thing
know
is,
me.
facts, I'm not as bad as what people are saying though. People are saying some really hurtful things, and I'm like trying to say, hang on a minute, I'm not
Yeah,
that
I know.
bad.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, like, at the end of the day, like, um, there's things you can do. You can add blocked words to your comments. You can turn your comments off if you want to do that. But maybe you might get more social because you're coming live, you want to chat with people, you want to interact with people. Maybe you would benefit more. People don't tend to follow you in real life one-on-one. You're not going to go
No.
to a walking group and some twat's going to be a horrible twat to you in front of everybody else going walking. They're going to be more open to talking to you and that sort of thing, whereas social media can
Exactly.
be very toxic, and trolls and horrible people will prey on people who look like they are in a vulnerable state,
Yeah, that
unfortunately.
is true. That is true.
You know what I mean? Like, Like, I didn't know what was going to happen when I came in here tonight. I thought I was going to go guns blazes at you and give you some shit, but at the end of the day, I know that you've been through. And like I say, I don't have any. I'm not asked what you've been saying about me. I'm not asked what you might say about me in the future when you're having a bad day.
Thank you, Patrick. I'm not going to say seriously.
Don't make promises. Don't make promises. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me at all. Just, if you like, don't make the promise to me that you're not going to possibly slag me off in the future for having a bad day or whatever. Make a promise to me that you're going to make an attempt to try and join one of these groups or talk to one of these groups or join a walking group on Facebook or something like that.
You've opened my thought process to that, and I'm like thinking, yeah, that's a good idea. But then I've got anxiety, so therefore when I go out, I'm like always thinking something bad's going to happen.
Start with it on Facebook, right? And then if you get anxious, you just fucking block somebody or you just leave the bloody group, find another one or whatever. And eventually you may be comfortable to say, I'd really like to do this, but I'm anxious. Do you know what I mean? And the right person might comfort you enough to get past that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things. You might go to the walking group and look at them from a distance and then be like, no, fuck it, I'm not going today. But you got to that stage, you know what I mean? Like, one day you might actually do it,
Exactly. Thank you for your advice, Lex. Thank you. Brilliant. Thank you.
No, it's all right. Thank you for being so honest. You've been so honest about everything you've been through. And, do I know that 100%, it's one of these things, if you holding on to something about what you did in the past and you think, like, actually, I'm making excuses for myself in some way, you're not going to get past that either.
Exactly. That's true. But
do you know
what
I mean?
I'll say to you is being the whole facts of what's gone on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, Gemma, fuck anybody else, fuck what I think, fuck what anybody thinks. You've got to look after yourself. You're number one at the end of the day of your world and your enjoyment. You shouldn't be going through life not enjoying it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, thanks.
I'm gonna go, Gemma. I'm gonna go. Hold your head up high, all right? Because you've apologised.
Thanks, Fax. And I did want to say sorry to you. Like in the box, I said to Coral to get hold of you, because I really wanted to say it. Do you know what I mean?
No, I appreciate that. And everybody, there's been views going up and down. Everybody's saying that you've been trying to do the right thing. All right? You have a good night, Gemma, all right? And
thank you. Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
Good luck with everything. I've unblocked you anyway. I've unblocked you. I had you blocked here, but you're unblocked, so all right?
Thank you, Facts. Thanks. I do enjoy watching your lives as well. Do you know what I mean? I like your stories.
I know you do, so I'm glad you're back in that place, all right? And so you're unblocked, you can do that. Come and interact in the comments, whatever you want, all right?
Thank you. Catch
you later, Gemma. Bye.
Speak to you later. Take care. Thank you. Thanks. Peace. Bye.